Hello and welcome to another episode of the Northern Ireland Women's Football Show with me, Jana McCabe. Today I'm delighted to be joined by Linfield's Abi Sweetlove and Maria Creaney, the assistant referee. Thank you both for joining me today. Abi, I'll start with you. It's been quite a good season for Linfield so far. How have you felt it's gone?
Definitely better than last season anyway. No, performances have been good, but the team's definitely strengthened as well with a new manager coming in. It's been a big change, but yeah, we're all gelling together well, and I think we've had a good season under our belt.
You mentioned that new manager and a lot of new players in. As you said, it's been quite a change, but what's that been like trying to get used to so many new faces?
Well, I've really enjoyed it, to be honest. I think we needed a big change. No disrespect to like what's been happening before, but yeah, I think we just needed a big change. New manager and new players, new faces. I think, yeah, we just needed the change and the new atmosphere, I think.
And you've really cemented yourself in that senior team now. You're starting every week. What have you thought of this season personally?
Compared to last season, definitely a big improvement. Last season wasn't very happy with myself, like personally, but this season I think I've changed it, and yeah, I'm definitely more happy.
The centre back must be a really hard position to play because you're kind of always going.
Yeah, well, we talked about it before. Ashley Hutton, I play beside her, and I've played beside her since I was 16, whenever I first made my debut for Linfield, and it's so good playing beside her. I love it. She's so good to learn from, and yeah, just her experience just really helps.
Maybe that'll be you one day, helping the younger ones, yeah?
Hopefully.
And Maria, you obviously played football before you got into refereeing. What was that experience like?
Oh, I'm football mad. So I think I've been kicking a ball from about 3 or 4, you know, as soon as I could walk. So I played for St.James Swifts, which is just my local sort of football team. And we started, they're not the St. James's of now, you know, scaling the final heights of the championship. Back when I played, we started at the very sort of bottom of the divisions, and worked our sort of way up. So yeah, it was tough to step away from that, yeah.
But I'm sure it was a no-brainer whenever the opportunity came up that you're in now.
Oh, I think it's the best decision I've ever made. And I would be saying to anybody that's sort of coming up to the end of the football career that wants to stay involved in football, take up the whistle. You know, reach out, contact me, any of their referees, and we'll tell you how, you know, you can get involved. There's going to be referee courses coming up soon. But I would be loving as much women to take up the whistle as possible in Northern Ireland.
How did you first get involved with it all?
Just on Facebook, I seen an advertisement for it and thought, oh, well, I actually saw it a few years before I actually took it up, and was going to take it, and it was my friends sort of talking me out of it. They're like, oh, don't do that, play football, nobody likes referees. But I seen it again about a year later and went, I'm going to do it, I'm going to go for it, and haven't looked back.
I suppose it's kind of a different community being like as an official, but I'm sure there still is such a big football family in it.
Oh my God, they are so supportive. I've made friends for life. As I say, it was the best decision I ever made to become a referee. We're a football family, just the same as a football team. You go out and you work. I'm an assistant referee, so I'm part of a team every weekend and during the week where my matches are. Again, it's just a football family in a different sort of light.
And Abi, I'm not going to try and convince you to become a referee, don't worry, but yeah, that's her job. But Maria said about how she first got involved in football. How did you first get involved?
So my brother plays football as well, my older brother, and he played for Ballymena whenever I was younger, and then I just thought, I want to kick a ball too. So then I joined Ballymena Youth Academy with the boys whenever I was 6. And it was called mini soccer back then, and yeah, I just played from there, kept playing with the boys, and yeah.
And how did the move to Linfield come about?
Linfield had always been kind of looking at me from whenever I was like way younger, and I swore I'd never go to them, but then I was talking to all the other clubs like in Belfast, and I just thought Linfield was the club for me at that time. They made me feel so welcome as well, so yeah.
You're going to have to tell us now, why did you say you'd never go to them?
I think there was always kind of, Ballymena at that point, like the women's team, were in and out of the Premiership, and so obviously Linfield were in the Premiership the whole time, so I think there was maybe a wee bit of rivalry between the two clubs, and yeah, people at Ballymena just convincing me not to go to Linfield, and then yeah, so kind of brainwashed me a wee bit, but once I saw it, then I was like, I love it.
You had a decision that you definitely don't regret now. You seem to be thriving. 100%.
like Linfield's probably one of the biggest clubs in the country. Like, I love playing for the badge and I love my teammates and I just love it.
One little thing that we talked about off camera was that you said about having your name on the back of the shirt, but that's kind of something that people probably wouldn't even think about, but just how much does that even mean?
I, like I was saying before, like the first time I made my debut, I walked in the change room and I saw my shirt with the name on the back, and the first thing I did was take out my phone and take a photo, and everyone was kind of looking at me like, what's she doing? But I just couldn't believe it. Like, I'd never played with my name on the back of my top before, and it means so much to me. I don't know, it means so much to play for, like, that's my family's name. Like, I'm like holding a lot of pride within that, so yeah.
Marie, was it kind of the same for you? Because obviously you went from wearing a football shirt to then being in one of these lovely coloured shirts. Like, I'm sure you're probably thinking, oh wait, I've got the wrong top on this week.
Well, when you're saying there about pride and stuff, I feel the same way, you know, when I put on my referee top and the IFA badge and stuff there, you know, it's just, see, to be a referee and to be an assistant referee and to represent the IFA, for me it's the biggest achievement of my life, and I am proud every Friday, every Saturday that I go out and put the top on, and it's just that, you know, when you go in and you put it on, it's brilliant.
We're going to take a short break here in the studio, and you were saying about your old side got to cup final. We're actually going to watch the highlights from St. James Swifts cup final against Sion recently. Over to the match highlights.
Swifts, number 19, Courtney Heron.
Congratulations to Sion on what looked like an absolutely great final. Maria, do you ever get to see St. James's play? Were you at that game?
I wasn't able to make that game, but I was at their game in White Rock on the Wednesday night, and it was against Ballymena. It was a cracking game, really, really good.
How difficult is it, because you obviously are not there anymore, but they must be so proud of you, of everything you've done. You've even travelled refereeing now, like you're an international referee. I'm
not too sure. I used to sort of do the line for them when I was in the NIWFA, so I'll let them answer.
Yeah, if you're
if they're proud of me. But yeah, no, incredibly proud of St. James's, and they're part of my heart, yeah.
And as I said there, you've been away refereeing. Talk the watchers through that experience.
Oh, well, I was given the opportunity during the summer to go to Portugal and be part of the Iber Cup and represent the IFA there along with 4 other officials. It was an incredible experience. Tough, really tough, but an incredible experience, and I wouldn't trade it for the world. To go away somewhere else, and you know, football's universal language and is refereeing. So you know, you're able to apply the skills that I've learned here and go somewhere else. And the people that I met, and all the different referees, like it was just an incredible experience. And I hope that, you know, it helped me grow as an official, and I've been able to maybe bring back some of the Iber Cup to my games this season, hopefully.
I love the way you look at her, like she's gonna like Any other trips hopefully planned, or any kind of ambitions that you would want to go across the water with that?
You know, I think I started out refereeing with just no sort of goals or dreams, and the more that, you know, each year goes on, the more you go, actually, you know, I can do this, I can you know, I'll try and push and go as far as it can go. We have a couple of youth officials here that, you know, lead the way and show the rest of us coming behind that, you know, it's achievable and nothing's unattainable. But for me, I'm still quite relatively new. This is like my 4th full year refereeing, and I was just promoted to the championship this season, the men's championship. So my goals for me would be just to try and, at the minute, have a really good year, and then we'll maybe look at next year.
And as I said off camera, always remember when you're in Ards games, have sympathy, because I mean, not how nice I've been in the show to you.
Just cut that bit out, because one of my games is reviews.
And Abi, you've obviously done a lot of travelling as well with the Northern Ireland team. I'm sure they've been great experiences.
Yeah, 100%. Places I've been are just places that you would never even think of going. So like the experiences that I've had, unreal. We were in Serbia the first year. That was whenever I was under 17, and we went to Serbia and we went to Israel, and then most recently we went to Georgia. We were in France. We were in all these different places, and yeah, just going away with all the girls is an amazing experience. Like even off the pitch, like doing stuff all together, it's great.
Do you ever get to see some of the city, or is it just kind of all game mode?
Yeah, you do. You get a wee break, so you'll get like a day or two where you can go off and spend some money and buy some presents for the people at home. But yeah, in Israel we got to go into like Jerusalem and stuff, so just stuff that you would never even, like just like once in a lifetime experiences. It was great.
And what's the kind of like match day like over there compared to if you're back here playing for Linfield?
A lot more nerves, definitely. But you're representing your country, and obviously that comes with a lot of weight and pressure, but so proud to play for my country and wear the shirt, so comes with a lot of rewards as well.
And at 18 you can still play for that under 19s, but is the kind of goal to move to that senior squad?
Yeah, hopefully sometime soon. Yeah, seniors it's always been my dream, to be honest. No matter what club I play for, I always have wanted to play for the senior Northern Ireland team.
And Linfield have many that have done it before in the past and do it now as well. That must give you encouragement.
Yeah. Most recently as well, Kerry Halliday, she's made her way up into the senior squad, so it just shows that it's doable, and hopefully I'm not too far off that.
That'd be exciting to see. And Maria, I said about what's game days like to play in a different country for a player, but what about for an official? How different is it? Because there's no rain, I'm sure you're not driving to a game being like, it's pouring it down.
I think we were both talking about it, you know, you go away to like a different country, and the heat was the big thing for me, you know, just running in heat, and so trying to stay more hydrated than probably here. And, you know, you're working with officials that aren't, you know, normally officials that you work with, or, you know, there's that language barrier and things as well. So it had completely different challenges than here, and probably, like you were just sort of saying, you know, you had more pressure and stuff too, you know, because you wanted to give a really good account of yourself and a good account of the IFA, so you had to sort of remember, you know, that too, and, you know, just try and perform to the best of your ability. But, you know, it was a good pressure though, like it was a really enjoyable pressure. Sometimes some matches here, you know, finals and say maybe Northern Ireland games, you know, the pressure would be quite intense. So it was an enjoyable pressure when I was over there, probably because it was like a tournament and the sun was shining, so.
Does help, I'm sure. People probably don't think that referees or assistant referees or anybody like feel nerves going into a game, but I'm sure you would say you definitely feel nerves.
100% now, you know, say over the years I have improved a bit, but I like to have nerves going into the game, you know, it'll make me focus, be a bit sharper, and you know, if I'm not going in with nerves, I would say there's something, you know, I'm not giving my all to the game, you know, so different games and different nerves, but you do get used to it, and with more experience you're able to deal with the nerves a bit better now than what you did. But sometimes, you know, like I'll get an appointment through on my phone and go, oh my god, you know, but did they really give that to me? But you know, yeah, you take it and you roll with the punches, and again, with each match, you know, you're able to sort of deal with things a bit better.
I'm sure it fills you with a lot of pride that you're one of a very select few female referees in the country.
Oh, definitely, oh my goodness, and it would be something I'd like to see more female referees. I think I've already touched on that. I'm probably going to push
Really?
this
Did you?
Yeah.
Hint, Abi.
Please come and referee. I would just love to see more female referees take up the whistle. You know, all the women that like are refereeing here in Northern Ireland, they're incredible. You know, they're inspiring. The places that they've been able to go to and referee, and you know, I'm in awe of them, and I would be recommending anybody again, just pick up a whistle, come and give it a go. It's tough, but the rewards like are incredible.
And Abi kind of touched on playing alongside Ashley Hutton was kind of helped her. Is there anybody that you've kind of looked up to who's a few years more further on their refereeing than you?
Arlene Campbell, who's been on the show before, would be sort of my mentor, and she's also my boss, but she's also my friend, and I would look up to her 100%. She would have been doing like the female Premiership games. She just has stepped back over the last year. She's taken up that new role of the head of women refereeing in Northern Ireland. So she would probably be the main person that I would sort of look towards. Just as a referee, and as you know, a female here in Northern Ireland, you know, in a very male dominated arena, she holds her own. And yeah, I could probably go on and on about Arlene all day. Then we've got Louise Thompson, who is our UEFA ref, alongside Rachel, she's an assistant referee. She's in the women's Premiership. And then we've got Lauren Trainer as well, who's with me in the championship. You know, they're all incredible, all inspiring.
We're going to take another short break here in the studio, give you some time to rest, and we're going to take a look at another cup final, this time from Division 5, when Valley Rangers faced Ards Rangers.
Joey, excellent delivery. Well done, good choice.
As every year, we've been spoilt with the NIWFA finals, and congratulations to Valley Rangers on what looked like another great final. Abi, we'll come back to you. You come from quite a footballing family. Your brother plays football, doesn't he, as well?
Mm-hmm. My big brother plays football and my wee brother plays football as well. He plays for Ballymena. But yeah, my big brother, he's kind of what got me into football, so I've a lot to thank him for, but I'll not tell him that. Yeah, he played for Celtic and he's playing at Portadown at the minute, so yeah, definitely learned a lot of him as well. Playing with him in the garden, he never went easy on me, so yeah, it really helped me.
There's a bit of pressure, brother each side playing because you want to outdo them.
Yeah, well, my wee brother doesn't really have much interest for it, but my big brother, he's my biggest critic, and anything I do wrong, he's telling me. But yeah, whenever I do something right as well, he's also telling me, and he's always there to pat me on the back, and I do the same for him. So yeah, it's a rivalry, but it's good.
And what about Portadown games? Do you ever go and watch him play?
Haven't made any yet. He's only just started playing there a few weeks ago or a month or two ago, but he played for Cliftonville before and I got to a couple of them games, so yeah.
It must be quite inspiring though that you have a brother that plays at such a high level.
Definitely, and he's experienced pretty much everything that you can. Like, he's been injured badly, and he's had to go through a lot of tough moments in his career as well, like at such an early age as well. He's only 22, so I've a lot to learn off him that way as well, but yeah, just inspiring.
We kind of touched on it off camera, but you said he's been through, is it 3 knee surgeries? Obviously an awful experience, but for you, it kind of gives you a different angle because you've seen somebody go through that and you know what it's like now.
Yeah, like I said before, like just watching him be like unhappy in that position, I just thought to myself, I never want to be in that position, and I've just tried to help myself along the way, from an early age as well. Like with Northern Ireland and stuff, we would always be in the gym and stuff, and I always took that very seriously because I just thought I never wanted to be in that position.
And Maria, kind of on the similar lines, how difficult is it to stay fit as a referee? Because I'm always watching them run around. Obviously players get a little bit of a break, it must be so hard, but as a ref you're constantly running to try to keep up with play. I think
you're probably going to be the same, you know, you have to go out when you don't want to go out. So you have to go out running, you have to go to the gym, get your work in, you know, injury sort of preventive work, HIIT sessions. Then we would go through 2 tests a year, like referee fitness tests, which are quite tough. Yeah, they're very tough. Passed them so far. But you know, it's getting out. It's like doing a whole day's work, making sure then you get to the gym, making sure you're running. So it's commitment, and you know, you do have the graft, but it's good in a way that it gives me purpose to go out and keep fit and to keep active.
You kind of touched on it there, probably a sour side of it all is kind of that you experience some abuse, but I'm sure you kind of have to have a tough skin. My skin has definitely toughened over the years, you know, and it's part and parcel. We're all part of football, and we know, you know, the passion and everything that comes with it. Football's just through my family, you know, my dad and
Man United are two huge parts of my life and stuff growing up. So playing it, talking about it, being part of it as a referee, I don't really know what people talk about when they don't talk about football.
Just because she said she's a Man United fan doesn't mean everybody should turn off. Like, we still like her. She's a tolerable United fan.
I think I've paid my deed being a Man United fan the last 10 years, I tell you. So.
And we kind of touched it, football's kind of everybody's life here. You're just going to uni and doing sports science, so you're just continuing that trend. Are you excited to get started?
I'm really excited actually, yeah. Whenever I was in school, PE was just my favourite subject, as you can imagine. And then I did it for A-level as well. I did BTEC sport, and it was just kind of the same thing. And I love learning about, like, I'm very sciencey. I love learning about like the body and stuff. So I think that helps whenever you play football and you know what you should be doing in the gym and stuff like that. And yeah, I'm really excited to get started. So,
sure, you're popular in the Linfield change room. If somebody has an injury, you're like, I know exactly what that is.
Well, I'm not there yet, but I do think physio might be an option down the line if I ever stop playing. Just to stay and refereeing. Yeah, still an option. So.
And what kind of, you said if you stop playing, but those goals must be just to continue playing and maybe get a wee move somewhere?
Yeah, of course. England probably the final destination, I would say. Hopefully get a chance at some point. I think maybe whenever I'm a wee bit older, when I feel ready to move away. I could have moved away this year and found a club, but I didn't. I stayed at home. So yeah, hopefully.
Fingers crossed, it'll be so exciting to see where you end up. Hopefully at Villa Park for Villa.
Don't know about that one. I'm only joking, I'd take any offer.
United.
Not that desperate.
Not that one.
As the show comes to an end, it's only fair that we talk about the really, really sad news recently that kind of shook the football world about the passing of Keith Kennedy. Firstly, condolences to all his friends and family. And Maria, as a referee, I'm sure your heart was broken.
You know, it's deeply impacted everybody in the refereeing family. The comments on social media underneath like BBC News and Belfast Telegraph just show, you know, how much he was admired as a referee and as a human. You had people from referees to, you know, football teams commenting, fans. It was so sad, but such a beautiful tribute to him. On a personal level, I refereed with Keith last year. I was his AR2 in a game. He took the time after the match to give me feedback, and he was quite a high level referee. He was a Premiership referee, and for me, just coming up to listen, to get that advice, and for someone to take the time, just showed you the person that he was. You know, and he's going to be sorely, sorely missed. He's going to leave a huge void in our refereeing team here in Northern Ireland.
Yeah, lovely words. An absolute gentleman who, as you said, will be very sorely missed. That's everything for this episode of the Northern Ireland Women's Football Show. Thank you both so much for joining me today, and thank you at home for watching. But for now, it's goodbye from me.